Bushenyi Districts Sheema District Tonourment Ningi ndo mkundi wa slogan wa itana ni kanyache for Sheema District so ngira tafuta kumpira Ningi na subudo kumpira tafuta kumpira pola Ningi na subudo kumpira tafuta kumpira pola kumpira pola kwa bango Ningi sasa subudo tafuta kumpira ni kutaksana Ningi free kick Arnold yes oyo agupite bamwita Center mu Alan okay kusenda kwa shabiri bali ku district ya Sheema yakwatide muddala neera bweto bwe kyayimiridde wano nga tubebaliza ddala mwenna abasodo okubeera nga mutuukire ddala kusaawo era okubeera nga tubatuusizaako ddala omupiira kandanda sikyali 0-0 yesebo nengera free kick ya Bushenyi District Andrew atwala agenda kuleta omupiira mwafunye okugula omuntu bwe alabireko n'omuteta aliwo naye basobola nti omujeyo bwatyo andi asobodde okubeera nga ajjamu omupiira naye Andrew nasobola okubeera nga akwatako kiwanikidde ddala waggulu wano ani ahedingako mitwe RDF nasobola okubeera nga ahedingako bwatyo Kawuka Alvin abadde akwatira ddala omupiira wano naye nga basobodde okubeera nga bagubira ddala ani agwina yatulabira ddala nti kick wano.
Free kick.
Genda kuberera na free kick wano.
Outside the ticket box.
Yes sebo.
Okay.
Abasajja b'Eshema basobola okubeera nga bakwatira ddala mupiira wano.
Kivudde kuki?
Munnaye pressure nsufu. Pressure nsukira ddala wano. Omusajja n'asobola okubeera nga alinda ddala akapiira wano. Mbeera bwetyo bwekyayimiridde wano. Jjukira tulina LTV wano. Tulina BFM radio. Tulina Crown radio. Tulina nekyenda kawumuza omwenda Voice of Shema era kalya twena. Byonna byebisobodde okubeera nga bitambulira ddala wano.
Alani Kanyanjo omulaba wali mu kikondo.
Tulabira ddala free kick wano.
Alani ali mu kubagamba
Alani ali mu kubagamba nti munnange temututuusaako ng'ekyakolebwa ddala luli 1997. Era tulabira ddala musajja mukulu bw'atyo Ronald. Emiridde free kick wano katulabe. Ne baleeta ddala omupiira wano naye nga gendedde ddala ebweru. Akapiira kagendedde ddala ebweru.
Abadde bwekatyo kayala.
Ronald akyendedde ddala akapiira ne kasobola okubeera nga kafulumira ddala ebweru wano.
Edwin Mbumbo oyo asobola okubeera nga akakuba bwekatyo kagenda bweru.
Yesebo.
Ronald Kapiya mugambe nga kulekere.
Kale.
Oli n'asobola okubeera nti akakubye bwekatyo byamaacho.
Bwatyo Alani Kanyanjo n'aleeta ddala omupiira naye nga makasobola okubeera nga akwatamu. RDF n'omupiira wano. RDF n'esamba ddala omupiira mwanvu nnyo. Abadde anoonyeza ddala. Ananonya omusajja mukulu Amaikidonga Edwin tamufunye. Bwatyo omusajja mukulu Amaikidonga ali n'asobola okubeera nga akwatira ddala omupiira wano wantu. Yanaafunira ddala omupiira wano. Basambira ddala badde eri emabega. Ani ayina ku mupiira wano. Omusajja mukulu Amaikidonga ye n'asobola okubeera nga ayisa ddala omupiira mu wantu nnyo naye nga gwetatambudde. Gwetatambudde omupiira gendedde ddala ebwedde kyakuga n'afarayo.
Nga era kasambiki.
Ddala kulunda lwa Bushenyi genda kulunda lwa Sheema. Era bwekyo bwekyayimiridde wano.
Ambrose.
Bwebityo.
Agenda kakuba mpira kusambira ku accident.
Yesebo.
Sibu omusajja munene oyo tumuyita. Omutumu yasinza okubeera ntono. Naye nga klabu gyasambirako nene.
Kale sebo. Bwekyo bakwatidde ddala omupiira wano naye nga Ande asobodde okubeera nga akwatira ddala mupiira. N'agumisinga ne kuyitira ddala. Omusajja mukulu Amaikidonga Ande. Asobodde okubeera nga akwatira muddala mu mupiira wano. Ani ayina omupiira wano. Bwatyo omusajja mukulu Amaikidonga we nasobola okubeera nga afuna ku mupiira wantu. Nasobola okubeera nga asalamu. Nasalawo okubeera namwisa muddala empanvu wano. Naye nga ye omusajja mukulu Amaikidonga Yunus agenza okukwatira muddala wano. Yasibira Yunus omulaba. Asambira gana bisebo.
Omupiira guno gw'abasajja.
Abasajja temuli baana.
Teri kubeera nti ogenda kugamba nti mpozi kano
Yesebo.
olina okusobola okubeera nga wazze ng'oli mu kuzibu. Ng'abawo osobola okubeera nga wakugize.
Balinjo. Naye nga BM genderezaako ddala kasawundi asobola okubeera moderate nnyo. Tusobola okubeera nga tuweereza ddala. Wano omusajja mukulu Amaikidonga Godi nga nebalagamba nti wabadde one sporting Yesebo.
Omupiira guno nga gulabika okubeera muzito.
Omupiira muzito. Sokolaba abantu abakwetoolodde naye omupiira muzito ssebo.
Abasajja basobola okubeera nga bali mukwetoolera.
Ssebo kino si kikopo kya nkoko eno Seed Cup. Eno bagiyita Ankole Districts Tonourment ssebo. So nsuubirira ddala amaanyi amangi ennyo nnyini ddala wano. Ani agenda ye nakwatamu nakwata Owen nasobola okubeera nga akwatamu Yunus n'ayendingiramu ddala wano naye nga basobola okubeera nga bakwatamu ani agenda Mansol n'omupiira wano abadde aguyisamu nasobola okubeera nga akwatamu kumupanga wano n'ayendinga koma nasobola okubeera nga afuna ddala ku mupiira ni agenda wano wali omusajja mukulu Amaikidonga waswa omupiira wano waswa atenda omupiira wano waswa nasobola okubeera nga afuna ddala akapiira wano soisizamu ddala akapiira naye
Omanyi Zubairi. Yema asobola okubeera nti azzaako wano Sauti Beni yizikujja mu kimu.
Ekyo kyekitwabintu eno nozita tukugamba nti emipiira gibiri omuntu hata ndeeba abantu okuba nyumiru
kinanga ngaba konis asibondo kumera nga headingira mudalo mpira negenda ndalebweru ngaba konis asibondo kumera nga headingira mudalo negenda ndalebweru ngaba sondo kumera nga bakwatira mudalo wano anyagwina musajja mukulu wa chama kinanga mark sondo kumera nga kwata mumbeza kwera athorini ya timu ya bwana fa Bushenyi ngaba ni mudemu zakusaba wanjise
ndaro munanga ngoti bakochi barema
mbera bwetyo bweri wano era kyekyamaanyi nnyo kyetusobodde okubeera nga tukolera ddala lyagwina musajja mukulu amegeno nga ye nakwata ddala mukunaalo
Thank you.
Venice. Mpaka watandika kuyomba.
Mama yangu ile takumfuata kwa yake. Sio yoko enda bamteri.
Ando bonerana chini. Isoba ndokusinga yomuntu. Zobe ndibonera kusinga yomuntu zona. Abanga. Abase nabo kati no mwana time kutekelea au kila kutwara yu paka microphone hapo
Check. 1 2 check. Mic check 1 2. Check. 1, 2, check.
Okay. You who has actually been watching us live on Ayit TV, it is something, beautiful and of course interesting for the region that actually soccer is actually not the best. You're going to say such a tournament is actually the best thing that can actually ever happen to this very, very region. Now, of course, it is going to be a few apologies for the commentation at the pitch, of course, was later brought to a halt. But you just have to know that when we promise, of course, we've got to actually deliver. And yes, we are going to be moving just like that. Sheema goes for a 0 for now, only seeking actually to get a win that would actually see them whether they qualify for quarterfinals or not, having lost a game, but also, of course, made a draw with Bushenyi, only to pick a point, and they stand at that very point. It is actually just one point for the Sheema side. Yeah, we are coming actually live from Kabohe Stadium because we found it just like that. Otherwise, of course, very many people are going to, of course, say that is actually not right. But I'm telling you, if you reach around Sheema, guys are going to say this is actually Kabohe Stadium and not just a playground. It is the 39th minute, and Sheema, of course, still draws with Bushenyi 0-0. It is still 0-0. And the guys you see clad in blue, I'm talking about light blue, those are actually going to be Sheema, rather Bushenyi, and the guys in the dark blue side are actually the Sheema side. Of course, Sheema here tries to bring out a very, very kind of tactical, push. But of course, yes, oh yes, we're going to be looking at this. And yes, that is going to be who? That was Kasinje Waswa getting down over there. Kasinje Waswa getting down over there. We expected actually to have a commentation directly from this very, very ground, only of course to be halted at the center. Now Sheema of course tries to push, but it actually doesn't get to be scoring. 0-0, 40 minutes, and we are actually only counting a few minutes before we see a halt at this very, very half time. Yeah, I should be able to be actually telling you that this is the Ankole Districts Tonourment, the very first of its kind. And yes, so we move for a region that, well, I think in the past, very, very recently, we are actually getting some players, key players, Mukundane, Hillary. And yes, that's actually how the first half is actually going to be moving. And yes, 0-0 at halftime, Sheema 0, Bushenyi 0. That's how it ends for the very first half. You who has been actually watching this half, very, very important to note that you're actually precious for Ayit TV. We should be able to prepare for the second half, and now we're of course coming with fire. If you hear me shout, then you just actually have to know that at the pitch, it is actually noise, and again, happiness, of course, joy. Football being one of those, mobilization tools that each and every other person actually can ever want to think about mobilizes very many people. That is soccer for you. You have been watching us on YouTube, and oh yes, I'm going to be of course going through a few comments of you guys. You know, there is no game without fun, and so there is no TV without viewers. That is actually why we actually always have to somehow always, of course, thank you very much for you who actually take time to follow us live. Halftime, so it went 0-0. All teams actually are battling. They are actually battling for the quarter-final kind of slot. Who do you actually think should take this home? That can only be answered by the 11 players on both sides that are actually taking on the mantle. Let's do this and we should be able actually to come back for the second half. We are going to have it live. Are you looking at that? That is what it means. That's actually what it means to be from Western Uganda. You who is watching us for the very first time, that is actually what it means to be from Western Uganda. Very, you know, joyous over there. Remember, fans, we do it the African way. Fans just have to switch from the other goal to the other goal. That is what you always have to get.
Sheema FC amashanyarazi. Twenda twara mu kishogo kubakira mwena kundu Burundi na nabakire chairperson LC5 akwatanise na chairperson LC5 Sheema Mami Jemima Bahanda akwatanise na chairperson LC5 Jafar Masanya Baraba na kanso yawe yona ba RDC Zabariaha Deputy RDC Rose of Bushenyi, the RDC Bundubujo Umar Webare twenda kusima abantu mwena twenda kusima akachiko akaputingire It's Mine Together okuletera emizaneji yabaho Sheema yagarike katagata na Bushenyi kagarike katagata twenda kusima timu zeziri participatinga webare mnonga twenda kusima technical team eriyo necharingo mpira gwitu ogwa Sheema webare mnonga webare kwasa. Ladies and gentlemen, yenda kwetaha abantu bashitamire ruhanga kabakozesa bakateka tekari Ankole Football Tournament. Yenda kweta Dr. Rodrigo, please come here. Dr. come here. Nareba hamganda wanje Egidio come here. Mwizaha ababo bakozere chango okureba ngu tournament yabo baba nibija yenda okusima legends twine legends abazando mpira kwa Sheema nigara abariaha narebaho mwami kadiri kafure kaba kumwishuka aho kakusabe niwo ijaha nareba umwami Sarita nareba umwami Kajene Sarita kandi nana abo bona baza no mpiro gwa Shema nigarira yitware tukura abari aha mwijaha abo baba nibija ngenda kusima abantu abariyo batwerera timu yitu ya Shema okureba munegendo misho namanyisibwa ngwa hariho omwami Mwebesa Joseph Mwebesa na nomukyala wawe Adrian ahimuri we recognize you kandi Adrian ngo maturiyo tukitera n'ingiro gyurire ahori omanyisibwa ngo kikiyo kigendo misho ngenda kusima Honorable Dr. Yoda Tumwesige ahabwe ngendo akatuhagera twazatungamo yagakaya tushanga twareba nawo mpira na nije byabuhweje bihe byayangire yateka amashito motoka ze zatwara twazana kandi twagaruka Honorable Dr. Yoda Tumwesige takomeraho yatuhana radio ye mutugikozese mobilization tuzaho tugambira busha abazana bazaho administration ezaho eshohereza akasente akakutambuza mirimo twena kusima Dr. Yoda Foundation thank you twena kusima Honorable Rosemary Nyachikongoro twena kusima Honorable Rosemary Nyachikongoro thank you so much utkwasira mukono kana hati na Jenny abariyaha yo political assistant kandi yaba natwatro twena kusima Honorable Jacret wa Bukurukuru yabare mnongo mpira gwa buhweju kakwa shako gwa tsomaraka watris chewinga and you gave in your all. Thank you Honorable Jacret. Thank you Commissioner now Human Rights twena kusima mnywanu wanje mnonga Johnson byarabaha who is the chair is the chairman of the Shema Government Association. Twena kubasima ejitime lyone ija ati mwija abo kwanyenda baheda chika at least temwe and you say what abantu bariyo they are the ones who have put the act together. Twenda kusima chairman Bishweko chairman witwa Shema Central Division. Thank you Bishweko. Twenda kusima Ghana Hardware, thank you so much. Twenda kusimira chumwe. Mohammed Financial Services, thank you so much. Jemima Bahanda, the LC5 Governor witwa Shema. Mami Jemima, thank you. Twenda kusima Aran Bahanda and the Team 9. Team 9, thank you. Abo baguzire ticket zikoremo mu 20 zo kubahereza abahagizi icuro Arano Bahanda bire nagabira ba stage ya boda zona twenda kwebaza #Telecom thank you. Abashubuzi bona bakabwohe twenda kubebaza. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Dr. Yoda Tumwesige is in the house. Twenda kusima omwanya kuba kweta the sitting room etuyambira mobilization kandi aho niho tukitama stage ishaka. Twenda kusima Jackie's goal Yoda Tumwesige. citizenship ba organizers aba tournament eji abantu abaretera life yagaruka mu Shema abaretera life yagaruka mu region yitu bakatutera tournament eji bene kamba sabe mwiza egidiyo muganda wanje Dr. Rodrigo mwiza kazindaro nakandi. You can say what? Tell us the tournament negende takantwarga ntuza icyo kigaruka.
Yebale mnonga MC mpaka kishaka abahagizi memba zona mwebale kwija mwebale kuhagira mpira eki ngitwe abakutekateka Ankole football tournament cyo twenda ebigendererwa by'empakezi no kurundana abanyankole kagira umwe kandi tukiyayo entaranta zitu abana abariyo kombyaro abine taranta zo mpira bakabasa kwemuruka omushayeri rero entaranta zabo bakazoreka tokamanya club zo mpira ziriyo mu nzireba umwana ndoshanga yarugayo nango yaza kuzanda na Manchester ninga Arsenal so ejo tumwe abikuru abyenderwa by'empakezi ukwiyayo entaranta zitu nibagira ngo abanyankole twine entaranta konka tiro empakezi kugira ngo ejo kirigeyo itwemwe nkaba abara kutekateka empakezi twenda kubasimba abahagizi mwe bari kwijo mu bindi muti kandi mukumize mu mahagira timu zanyu timu yawe yaneza mu district zindi muzishagike muzihamirizi muzigamineke zibase kuzana kurundi empakaniza kuba zubaho buri mwaka ebire edition yo kubanza edition umurundo gwo kubanza konke kikope kinzaguma cyakandi wa buri mwaka so mongere kwagira timu zanyu abashema mwashemeza kapa myengu muzagumza umuti ababushenyi mwashemeza mwe bare kwagira timu yebale bwo webale Rodrigo amazina mbanyitaro na Alonso ninye kagambirizo w'empakezi nyenda kubanza kusimba the hosting team Sheema District n'abebembezi bayo nsimbe the visiting team Bushenyi District twaza hamwe ekigendera cy'empakezi ko Muhammad Rodrigo kuyaba yashoborire nicyo kimuriyo n'umukoresha eji ekitwe nyine cyo tukwenda kandi yeshoga bwe twatire empakezi kureba abantu bitu baburijo abantu bitu mwakinga business mwija kureba talent zanyu mwija kuhagira district yawe mwija kuhagira umupira emipira eji erizona ni match day 5 ningasho mu rwa gatano obukutiya tutandika ebiro bibiri kandi eji sandeji erizona bakatara twatire Shema eri kuzana na Bushenyi are mpira guno kugira ngo ugende misho ibanda neza na Rwampara kandi mpira guno kwambara district eri kuzana ni Singiro dena asande twine Bushenyi eri kuzana na Ntunga twine Shema eri kuzana Rubirizi achaye cyenyini twine Mbalala district eri kuzana na Singiro Mbalala district eri kuzana na Mbalaste kandi na nempire ndijo tutekateka mpire gikorwa kabiri buheju eri kutayira Rubirizi then twargaho tiza kuza mu quarter finals kandi quarter finals neza kubeye mu rundu gumwe knockout akarura ikara kuteke kurigirira position era akwate noza kuzana mu rundu gumwe ngera kusiba bazani for the half time the spirit the love the ambitions na passion esheme kwande kumawa kandi ngenda kunga abantu tukume turi abo buteka aha twayereka first half bako mpira guire abo kuba hari life ndijo hariyo business yawe wasigayo hari abana bawe wasigayo muka utakareta kabenje utakita mugenzi wawe utakacumuta mugenzi wawe abo mpira abo tournament tugetaga abana abantu betaga no mpira tugetaga bereke tubishirize tuzo second half kandi tubasime mwebale muno mwebale mwishike mutwarga hatwena engudo nuza 7 gardens ukwa besongozi ubona bakora abo kumanyaba Kampala live band twena niyo turaze okutaha hamwe 15 kana 7 tugisima abo kutukwatiraho tubendeza second half nungi tubendeza birungi bona rebellion bo takizire twagambe byokorire semeji kurugatwarga ntungamo kurugatwaza muweju na hato twinaha. We want to thank you so much and be blessed. Katuleke turebe second half. Zubair Voice of Sheema Zubair Jokwatemu Epakezi live Venus online Voice of Sheema TV8 TV West UBC bona bariaha BFM na yeriaha na Brain Radio na yeriaha mwebare reka ngwe pakazitu maswara level kandi siona izikukirize zindaro kandi garunize Zubair twenda kusimaza mwena batukwatireho twishagumiza muntu basima mwebare mno Zubair katushabe mwena mugarike aharaine twatandishireho raine enyuma polisi interionera bamu kandi twatugitwariseje kamba sabe twena tugarike aharaine original twaturo raine twaturo tweno mwe ba left baremese mirimo yabo ninde babagarika bakashita mahariya. Uganda police please come and take over break ngo buteka buro kandi tugumise mutweze tournament yituje. Thank you.
Okay. You who is watching us live on a TV, this is actually the second half of the game between Sheema and Bushenyi District. This is actually Ankole Districts Tournament. We are on this another beautiful match day. It is a do or die for Sheema side. If Sheema actually doesn't win this very game, that will be their hope lost in simple terms. And here, yes, Bushenyi tries to get it up, but yes, gets very well defended. And that's how we actually should be able to move. First half ended 0-0 for both sides. Remember, these are actually group stages, and Sheema District is actually the last in this very group. They must win this game, and certainly the next one, if they must actually qualify for the quarterfinals of this very tournament. Did I tell you that actually Kamsime Alan is the captain for the Sheema side? And here we come. Sheema tries to actually get into a free kick. This is what we should be able to see. Kassidye Waswa tries to get it in. Kassidye Waswa of Sheema here, and there it comes. Shall it go inside? Oh yes. It is actually Sheema getting it to making it one. And oh yes, does it actually stand? Let's wait for the referee, and yes it does. Sheema gets to score goal number 1. Oh my. That is actually oh yes. Thank you very much. You is actually watching us live on AUTV. Sometimes, of course, you just have to get a little bit, silent. But it is actually Sheema 1. Bushenyi goes for a 0. This is how it happened. A very beautiful free kick. He brought it in, and oh yes, inside there, a very, very nice header. Very nice header from Waiswa. See that. But oh yes, here we come again, and yes, Sheema tries to get it in, but of course gets very well defended around. Isn't this a very beautiful game for someone that is actually looking forward to qualifying, but also looking for their very, very first win? And such a goal comes in, making it, 1-0. It's a beautiful goal from Mawako Godfrey, scoring that goal. And oh yes, that is actually going to be Steve trying to get to a teammate, telling him anyway, this is part of the game. And the referee seems to be booking someone. But oh yes, it is going to be some kick for Bushenyi. He brings it in, and oh yes, this is some nice run. Looking for who in the middle here. That is Bushenyi going for Boko Gerald. And he loses, being headed in by Sheema Hotstar. And oh yes, see at the line. This is very tactful. Oh yes, he brings it. Sheema here, and of course, yes, Bushenyi tries to get it in. Bushenyi tries to have a push, but of course, very well defended by Kassidye Waswa. I guess he's Very, very prominent in the game. Very prominent in the game. And that's how it actually happens. That's how it simply happens. That's going to be a fall. That is going to be a fall for the Sheema side. But this is how they actually did it to make it 1-0. At the time, of course, it was actually 0-0. Don't be fooled by what you see on the screen. And yes, it got in, making it for 1-0. We're talking about Sheema. And yes, that is going to be celebrations for a district that is actually chasing to get their first win in this very, very tournament. Their player is actually still down. Their player is actually still down. And the Red Cross team gets to the rescue of a Sheema counterpart. This actually means that Sheema gets to have 4 points as it stands. And that would actually mean they only need a draw, a win or a draw in their next game to actually book their quarter-final place. In the 51st minute, it is actually still Sheema 1-0 Bushenyi. We are coming to you live from Kabwohe Stadia. That is until you meet actually the Sheema resident. But Bushenyi here tries to get it in. It's a corner kick here, and yes, very well defended. Sheema tries, actually Bushenyi again tries to put up a chase, and oh yes, the goalkeeper says, oh no, that actually is not going to get in. That actually won't be getting in. And yes, the goalkeeper here tries to actually bring it on, and yes, there it comes. Who can actually change the score? That is beyond us, and Bushenyi the defends very well. Tries to get it out over there. Whoever wins this books a place in quarter-finals of this, the Ankole, we're talking about Ankole District Tournament. Sorry about the commentation in the very first half. Actually, the locally organized commentation of the pitch was later brought to a halt by the technical teams, and of course, for communication reasons with the players of the pitch. That, of course, is very well understandable. But the YIT TV promises, and whatever we promise, we actually think that we must deliver. And that's why we're doing this, to cover up what you may actually have expected from our local commentators. And here Bushenyi, of course, tries to put up a very good chase. But oh yes, Godfrey Mawako defends very well. And yes, Sheema again tries to actually chase for who we're looking for, Comrade Owen, and who tries to actually get it in. Bushenyi tries to defend. Oh yes, it does. They do, but yes, we are still very, very in a very dangerous spot. And Sheema here tries to actually bring it in. Oh yes, that was Evans Mwesigwa, but it doesn't actually get it to reach the teammates. And the referee says, please bring it on. Alvin over there tries to say, please bring it over here. The Sheema kind of midfielder. It is going to be a throw in, and yes, here it comes again. That is going to be Alvin. And Amanya Ian, of course, gets it to who? Looking for who? That is going to be Godfrey Mawako, who brings it in, but of course, and oh yes, this is going to be another try. He's down. He is down. That is Yunus Chibida for the side of Sheema. Down, and is it going to be? No. It won't actually be a free kick for Sheema side. It is rather one for Bushenyi. And here, of course, we come, brings it up at the center. Sheema defends very well, and the goalkeeper here. Oh yes, is that a fair play? Is that actually a fair play? The referee tries to come around. What actually happened is what we are trying to get to understand. what actually happened. Kamsime Aran, the goalkeeper of the Shema side, and actually who is also the captain, there seems to be nothing wrong, except that Shema still leads the game with 1-0. Bushenyi still trails behind. It is a game in the tournament that is actually the first of its own kind in the region in the very, very past several years. I think this was some quite good long time when we had Mpida Yamashaza for the very region. And now, oh yes, Shema tries to get it in again. Shema tries to chase here. Shema tries to chase here. Shall it actually get in? Oh yes, oh no. The goalkeeper, Arnold Mugenyi, he is the man of this very, very, kind of chase. He defends very, very well. And actually, that would have been goal number 2 for Shema side. They are the hosts. They're enjoying the home advantage. That was a beautiful chase. A very beautiful chase. But unfortunately, that actually didn't get at the side, at the back of the net. And I'm telling you, there's so many kind of spectators or fans of this game. Remember, this very pitch is actually situated at the heart of Kabohe Town Council. And of course, you expect a lot from the players that, are from home, because there is very much support. Did you actually miss that chance? It was a very, very golden chance for the Shema side. It was a very golden chance for the Shema side, but we actually missed out. In case you missed, this is actually what happened. Very good chase over there. Gets well defended a little bit, but Shema still puts out a very, kind of hard chase until that bank, and the goalkeeper defends very well. He was actually the last man. One would think he would actually do very little or possibly nothing, but yes, he defended it very, very well. Look at that. Look at that. And damn, he actually pushes that out, and so Bushenyi survives just like that. It is still Shema 1. Bushenyi goes 4-0. Bushenyi goes 4-0, and still Shema here tries to put out a chest. He bangs it in, but he's actually defended very, very well. And of course, it's a counter-attack for Bushenyi here. Does it actually come to count? It is a counter-attack here for Bushenyi. It is a very, very beautiful game over here. Trying to, entice very, very many people. It is going to be Ronald Tudiasima on a free kick of this Bushenyi side. And Ronald here comes. He brings it in. Shall it actually get it in? Oh, yes or no? Very, very unlucky over there. But Alan Kamsime, the goalkeeper of Shema, was actually very, very ready to get that out. And oh yes, and oh yes, this is actually a UTV trying out some of these things. Your feedback, of course, is always treasured. But for my Baganda guys, Neziko Kolima Galimaji, that was a free kick brought in by Comrade Ronald Turiasima on the side of Shema, and oh yes, he missed out. And oh yes, he actually missed out. And here Bushenyi, of course, tries to get out. Ronald here again, very well defended, but of course it is still a very beautiful chase. Ronald here again. Ronald tries to actually get it in. He's down. He is down. He is down. That was actually not Ronald. That was actually certainly not Ronald. But what we know actually and what we can authoritatively confirm is actually that a Bushenyi player is down in a very, very dangerous spot. In a very, very dangerous spot. They are actually going to be bringing in a very, very cool free kick. And will it actually count? Will it actually change the score? Or we are remaining at Sheema 1, Bushenyi 0. And Ronald, the usual suspect in this game, is actually the one on the free kick. Shall we count 1-1? Or actually it doesn't count? And oh yes, it comes and very well blocked. And now Sheema tries to actually put out a chase, and yes, it actually goes outside. It actually goes outside. And that means that the score doesn't change. That of course means that the score doesn't change. Look at that. It was supposed to be Ronald chasing it, but instead it was actually Edwin who put it and very well blocked. It remains 1-1. Look at that. Look at that. Ronald tactically, of course, misses that, and then Edwin tries to bring it in. But I'm telling you, these guys of Sheema must be reading Mourinho books. They must be reading Mourinho books. Yeah, because that is going to be a bus kind of, defending tactic. That is going to be a bus defending tactic. Did you miss that? Look at how Edwin actually missed that. Brings it in and bang, meets the wall, as it is actually locally known, of Sheema District over there, still dominating the game with 1-1. And it is actually Ronald there trying to, becoming the Kagezi Munyo of the game. But the referee says actually it is instead a fair play. And here we come again, Sheema with the ball again. That was actually who Yunus tries to look for who again. Yunus tries to get into the box, but it's very well defended. And again, and oh yes, he's actually going to be bringing it in. And that was actually not the best that we could actually get from the Sheema side. I must inform you that Sheema is actually the one, in the need of this game more than anyone else. I'm telling you, it is going to be Sheema. It is going to be Sheema that actually trails behind or looks for this very, very much. And yes, here they try again, but it gets cleared. And oh yes, that is actually out. That is actually out. Sheema tries to pull out a very, very fantastic, chase. But it actually doesn't count. It actually doesn't count. It doesn't count for both teams. You who is joining us for the very first time, this is actually a UTV. We broadcast live on YouTube, Facebook, and sometimes Zoom. And this is actually our game. Yunus over there tried to prove a game, but the liner, as he is actually locally known, couldn't actually allow that. Now, in case you didn't know the table standings of this very group, Ntungamo District are actually the group leaders with 5 points. Bushenyi District goes for 4 points, as well Sheema District actually apparently also goes for 4 points. Bushenyi here tries to get out, but of course they say he was actually offside. He was actually offside. Sheema and Bushenyi apparently have the same points in case this game must end the way it is. That's what makes it actually a very, very unique game for today. Because one would actually think that in Ntungamo, with their 5 points from this group, they are comfortably, waiting to get to quarterfinals. But these two teams actually must win this match and the next. Bushenyi over here tries to put out a very, very competitive game, but of course Sheema here tries to actually get back. Sheema here again tries to get into it, but of course very well defended by the Bushenyi side, and the referee said that was actually unsporting behavior. It is not just Bushenyi playing very well, but another unsporting behavior. Brings it on, tries to look for who. That must have been Aijuka Edgar, who actually misses it to who. That is going to be Mwesigwa Mark. Tries to look for who. And oh yes, Bushenyi here in the box. Shall we get it in on, of course? Very well defended by Evans Mwesigwa of the Sheema side. And here it comes again for the Kasidi Waiswa here. But of course, Bushenyi tries to actually get it in. Bushenyi here, this is a very, very wonderful move. And here we get into the box, of course, very well defended by the Sheema side. He misses it actually. He misses it. That was Arigumaho. And oh yes, Alan gets to be, bringing it in again. The goalkeeper of Sheema side brings it in very, very well. And here at the center, of course, the battle of the aerial kind of control. But of course here, that is going to be Godfrey looking for Eunice. And of course, it is actually tapped. Godfrey Mawako is actually one of the best that the Sheema side could ever actually call for. But we are actually looking at Comrade Steve down. Comrade Steve on the side of Bushenyi is actually down. Comrade Steve on the side. No, that is actually Simon. That is actually Simon. Simon is actually down. Simon to Yabanawe is actually down for the side of Bushenyi. For the side of Bushenyi, Simon down. And the goalkeeper, of course, Arnold Mugenyi, tries to console the team. The Red Cross team gets there. The Red Cross team gets to Simon. Is that actually going to be a first aid or something? Did I actually tell you that if Sheema wins this game, they go to 4 points, and they will only be seeking to win the next game, or actually make a draw to book their spot. But actually, that would mean Bushenyi loses their next game. Otherwise, if both teams apparently win their next game, we will actually only book a spot in the quarterfinals by just goal difference. And the referee here says that was a fair play. Very well kicked in by Bushenyi. Tries to actually get into the box of Sheema, but of course very well defended. That is going to be Mansul. Very, 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 competitive game over here. And then now a simple throw in for Bushenyi. Tries to actually gets well defended. That is going to be Yunus. Sheema now gets to hunt a goal here again. And oh yes, Yunus is done, but he doesn't stop. A messy kind of style. But the referee certainly is going to be saying something. The referee is certainly going to be saying something. Very unsporting behavior over there. It's actually nothing. That is going to be a goal kick for Bushenyi. Arnold Mugenyi, the goalkeeper. He actually has so far swallowed a goal, but of course saved very many also for the Bushenyi side. You're going to be giving it up for many other people. Hey, did we tell you that whatever we promise, we actually get to deliver? Now, whatever case it actually may be, AETV gets to be there to deliver in whatever means we can actually get, whatever limited resources one can actually ever have. Now we get back to the pitch. It is actually Cranmer getting to the box of, Bushenyi District. Sheema here tries to put out a chase, but of course very well defended. Very well defended by Mwesigwa Mark. And here Sheema again. Oh yes, defended again. Oh my. Look at that. Sheema again tries to bring it in. Oh yes. And the goalkeeper, Arnold Mugenyi, once again saves that, but it is not over yet. It is actually not over yet. And here, yes, Weiser tries to get it up. Looks for Eunice. But of course here, very well defended. Not yet over. Bushenyi defends this. It is actually 1-0 for Sheema. But you're not going to believe what the goalkeeper of Bushenyi just did. Oh my. Such a sweet game. The goalkeeper of Bushenyi, we're talking about Arnold Mugenyi, defending very well. That was a beautiful save. We are counting over 3 goals that this gentleman has actually saved. Over 3 goals that this gentleman has actually saved. You can always joke with anything else, but if it's soccer, especially district against another, I mean, again, for both teams, the fact that they come from the same region, you just always have to give it up and know it is actually not going to be easy for both sides. For both sides, it is actually not going to be always easy. That's why we called it a derby, because these guys are from the same area. In case you missed out a chance that Sheema missed, this is how it actually came out. Look at that. Very well built. The ball comes, he misses it. Actually seems to be defending, but and oh yes, look at this bank. 1, 2, 3, and it is actually defended. 1, 2, 3, and it is actually defended. Look at that. Did you miss that? Sheema still dominates the game. The bank that actually the duo missed. Several goals, of course, that the goalkeeper has actually saved. Several goals that the goalkeeper, Comrade Arnold Mugenyi, saved. We are in the 72nd minute into the second half. Counting only, of course, around 20 minutes to be ending this game. And that would mean that Sheema takes or bags 3 points. But here comes an opportunity that they must actually utilize. This is going to be a corner kick for the side of Sheema. Does it actually count or no? It's actually going to be Bushenyi bringing it in. And yes, here it comes. Sheema defends very well a little bit. And that is going to be Joel Muhindo. Joel Muhindo brings in a very cool throw in. But of course, it is actually very well defended. And again, here, Sheema District tries to dominate the game. Sheema District actually tries to get again into the box of Bushenyi District. Here we come again. Sheema tries to get over there. We try to get it in, but of course, very well defended by the Bushenyi side. The Bushenyi side, one would say Bushenyi is actually the mother district of Sheema. That's what, oh my, look at this. Is that sporting behavior? The referee, for instance, of course, anyway, says, anyway, we just have to move on. This is a beautiful game of men and rather not women, but the goalkeeper certainly didn't receive a very soft treat from a certain Bushenyi man. Of course, this is another aborted kind of move for the Sheema side. It is another aborted side for the Sheema side. And now Bushenyi tries to actually bring it in. Shall we see them equalize or not? It can only be answered by the 11 players that are actually assembled at the pitch. And here we come to the side of Sheema, but of course very well defended by Comrade Evans Mwesigwa. Defends very well. Evans Mwesigwa, the number 5 of Sheema side. and the referee says, okay, that was not cool, that is going to be Eunice that is not happy with the decision that the referee actually made. And oh yes, who is gonna actually bring that in? There's going to be a beautiful kind of a free kick. Ronald, of course, is around there, but certainly Edgar is the gentleman that is actually going to be bringing that. Not so close to the box of Sheema, but who knows, this could actually yield something for the Bushenyi side, the Moto District. There is a Sheema player down, very, very hard scuffle in here, in the box. This is so Africa. Look at that. Look at that. Comrade Mwesigwa Mark over there in a very, very harsh kind of engagement with Kawuke Alvin. Comrade Mark of the side of Bushenyi, number 4, gets harsh with the 14 Jose Alvin Kawuke of Sheema side. But it must be understood that actually one guy of Sheema side is actually down. It can only be resolved by the referee. The Bushenyi side, of course, getting to console themselves. Don't do that mistake, of course. So they say, fellow players. And who is down for the side of Sheema? Who is down for the side of Sheema? You could actually see Arigumaho over there trying to console these guys. It is actually Kasidia Waswa for the side of Sheema. Kasidia Waswa of the side of Sheema has been faulted, and he is the man, in case he must get out, he is the man actually that is actually getting out. Kasidia Waswa, the beautiful defender of Sheema for the very beautiful game, was actually faulted, and he is the gentleman. If he must not be so African, he could actually be getting out. He could actually be getting out. What will the referee say? Of course, it is still a free kick for these guys. And yeah, oh yes, shall it be a goal? A very beautiful scarf over there. And yes, they miss. So they miss. This was so close. This was so close. Very, very close for the side of Bushenyi. Very close for the side of Bushenyi. And oh yes, here they say, we actually, your mother district, but also the Moto district in Uganda, and you can actually not survive us. It is going to be a corner kick for the Bushenyi side. Will it actually count or not? It is a question that can only be answered by the 11 players that are on the pitch on the side of Bushenyi. It is a 0 on the side of Bushenyi and a 1 for Sheema. We are live at Kabohe playground. But until you meet Nganwa students, they are going to actually to assure you that this is instead Kabohe Stadium. It's going to be another one, of course, here. Sheema missing out, rather Bushenyi, of course, missing it out, and it's another kind of beautiful. It is another kind of beautiful corner kick. Sheema district here tries to put out a very, very harsh kind of confrontation. Another corner kick. It is only Alan here that can save the situation. The goalkeeper here. It's another beautiful one. It doesn't actually get in. It actually doesn't get in. That's another missed opportunity for the side of Bushenyi, the team that is actually, trailing behind. For the team that is actually trailing behind, the goalkeeper, Kamsime Alan, is the man to watch at this very moment. And yes, here it comes. Looking for who? That is going to be Yunus for the side of Sheema. But oh yes, does he get it? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Wise Wakaside over there tries to ask the referee to allow him in again. Remember, he was actually fouled a few minutes back. Tries to get in. And did you actually miss the goal that the side of Sheema scored? It was a very, very, thrilling one for the side of the guys that are actually now the game leaders. But here Bushenyi, of course, tries to put out a chase. And yes, that is a beautiful stop. That's a beautiful stop from Comrade Evans Mwesigwa. Evans Mwesigwa stops the game. I mean the chase by the Bushenyi side. You who are watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, we are actually very, very glad that you are actually watching. This is not for everyone. It is for those that are actually soccer lovers and those that love Ankole, and particularly the districts that actually they come from. We have a player down. There's a man down for the side of Bushenyi. A man down for the side of Bushenyi. In fact, if it is not going to be Simon, then it is actually going to be Edwin. One of those two players is actually down. Bushenyi player is actually down, man down for the Bushenyi side. This, of course, means a lot, especially if we are in the 81st minute. We are in minute 81st, minute 81, and the game still goes for a 0 for the side of Bushenyi and a 1 for the side of Sheema. Sheema gets to 4 points in case the game ends like this. And Bushenyi, of course, stays at the 4 points as well, with their group, being led by Ntungamo side. Ntungamo with 5 points, of course, counting to book a place in the quarterfinal is both these teams, Bushenyi and Sheema. You're joking with this tournament. Very, very, competitive. And now, of course, here he comes. Here we're in the box of, Sheema. But Alan, the goalkeeper of Sheema District, says, I am the captain. And that can actually not get inside while we are at home. It is going to be Kabwohe Stadium. This is a home advantage for the Sheema guys. And Alan says, this we got in our hands. It's very, very nice stoppage over there. Of course, he puts out a very, very huge one. But, of course, it can only get out. And now the Bushenyi side tries to put out another chase. Can they change anything in the next 8 minutes of the game? It is a question that can only be answered by the skippers or strikers. Can they change anything in this very, very game? Can they actually grab a point to make 5 points? The Bushenyi side. And Sheema, of course, are very, very determined to defend and make sure they move out of this game with 4 points. Looking forward to only winning the next game to book their their quarterfinal spot. That is Sheema District for you. They are the leaders of the game. And of course, you need to know that the former MP of this area, we're looking at the former minister, Elioda Tumwesije, is actually one of those guys that attended the game. Elioda Tumwesije is actually one of those guys that graced the game to, support the homeboys. Hey, did I actually tell you this is what we always have to get to? Tumwebaze Usif on YouTube. Thank you very much. Awamujisha Crescent, Twesije Dixon, Brenda. Very, very supportive team. Amanya Najib. Thank you very much for watching this. It is actually Bushenyi tries to get him. And of course, very well defended by Comrade Evans of the Sheema side. And now Evans, of course, tries to look for who. That is going to be Yunus. And very well defended. Very well defended by Comrade. That is going to be Mwesigwa Mark of the Bushenyi side. He says, anyway, that is enough of you guys. You just can't give us another goal. He keeps it actually 1-0, but actually that is not yet over. And oh yes, they prove a point. Defended very well, but it's going to be a corner kick for the side of Sheema. They are actually dominating the game. One would think they are actually dominating the game. One of the key players on the pitch, of course, being Comrade Wise were over there in the side of defense, but also the goalkeeper of the Sheema side. And now here Sheema tries to chase another goal. Will it actually get in? Of course, Bushenyi defends very well. And that is actually a denied opportunity for the Sheema side. That's a denied opportunity of them acquiring the second goal. And yes, that actually remained Sheema 1, Bushenyi 0. But it's a beautiful chase here by Bushenyi. Shall we see a goal here? And oh no. Alan says, look at these guys. Look at these guys. Uone wajinga hawa. Hey. You know Kiswahili is another official language. Hey, tutasema Kiswahili hapa. Tutafunguza Kiswahili. Hey. It is a beautiful game coming to you live from the Kabohe playground. If you meet the Nganwa students, they're going to tell you this is actually Kabohe Arena. And the senior 5 guy is going actually to tell you this is Kabohe Stadium. And now Bushenyi, of course, tries to put out a beautiful chase. That is going to be Aligumanabo, of course, Aligumanao. That is Aligumaho instead. And of course, very well defended by Comrade Waiswa, Sheema side. It is starting to get hot on the side of Bushenyi, because they're trying to chase a goal that they only have 4 points to prove. I mean, they only have 4 minutes to prove this. Of course, depending on how many minutes they actually add in. And Alan here says, oh boys, come along. And that goes to who? That is going to be Waiswa looking for Eunice over there. But it is very, very well defended by Comrade Mwesigwa Mark on the side of Bushenyi, looking for who? That was actually Ali Gumaho, but he misses that, and Ronald only trails behind. The coach, Bushenyi coach over here, of course, tries to react. The Bushenyi coach here tries to react and, get to chase the boys, get them goals. But is it actually going to be the same thing for the next, 3 or 2 minutes that is actually remaining for the game to end? And should it end like this, you need to actually know that Sheema District will be equaling their points with Bushenyi District, both at 4 points in the same table, looking forward to book their place in the quarterfinal. The first game, of course, they lost it to Ntungamo, the group leaders. And the next game they drew with Buhweju. And this is their third game, looking for these 3 points. Of course, a few minutes from now, of course, the referee should be ending the game. We are counting very, very few minutes. And here Sheema, of course, tries to put out the final chance here. Shall we see it in the box or no? Of course, very well defended by the Bushenyi side. Now, this seems to be their only last chance of the game to chase and get the game. But, of course, very well defended by who? And, of course, oh, yes, Eunice, very well defeated again. Again, looking for who? The Sheema side. Oh, yes, the referee said, okay, this should be your last chance. The Bushenyi side getting their last chance. And, of course, some of the fans that belong to the Bushenyi side are seen, leaving the pitch. Joel Muhindo brings it so much, looking for who? Of course, we're in the box of Sheema District, but, of course, gets defended. It is not yet over. And it is, of course, Bushenyi tries to put out another chase. And, oh, yes, that actually is not going to be yielding a thing. That won't be yielding a thing. And it's 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes of the game. Shall we say this is actually the last chance of Bushenyi? Shall we say actually this is the last chance of Bushenyi? They bring it up. Of course, here, Sheema side, 1 player down, 1 man down. What does the referee say? What does the referee say? Very dangerous place. And oh my, what does actually this mean for the side of Sheema? What does actually this mean for the side of Sheema? What does this mean for the side of Sheema? Very, very dangerous sport. It's a very dangerous sport. Sheema District is actually in trouble with this. This could be the last chance of the game. Who is going to be, getting to be the savior of the day for the Bushenyi side? The goalkeeper, of course, Alan, who is also the captain, is the man to watch for this. Can he actually save the situation? When you hear such sounds, of course, it is celebration mood. I told you the home side is actually the ones leading the game. Sheema side, they are the hosts. They are actually leading the game 1-0. Now this should be the very last chance. Ronald and Joel Muhindo on the chance. Ronald brings it in and Alan says, oh no. Alan says, you're joking with this game. Alan says, and that's how Bushenyi District should actually be getting home with a loss. That's how I guess. Oh my, can they actually change anything in these last few minutes of the game? And yet Sheema tries to actually put out another, a big chase. It is 1-0. It is 1-0 for the Sheema side. 1-0 for Sheema side. 1-0. Sheema leads the way. Sheema leads the way. Sheema leads the way. 1-0. Look at the point, the goal they just missed. Look at the goal they just missed. Look at the goal they just missed. Look at the goal that the the Bushenyi side just missed. It was a beautiful chance for them, but they missed that. That was Comrade Ronald and oh yes, Alan says you cannot actually take any point home. And it is just a few seconds, and we count this off. I'm telling you, the mood at the pitch, it is actually very, very joyous for the Sheema side. 92 minutes and the game is actually still on. Bushenyi still has actually a chance to, do their chance to, actually equalize. And here they try, here Bushenyi District. And of course, Alan, the goalkeeper and also the captain of the Sheema, defends very well. Sheema, of course, tries to get it in again. Sheema tries to hunt for the second goal in these last minutes. Will they actually make or change the score? Sheema here, Yunus actually tries to get it in, and Bushenyi tries to actually defend, but oh yes, it is not over yet. Sheema District all over tries to get the second goal in this very last minute. The referee says the game is on, and Bushenyi defends very, very well. And here counter attack, of course, shall we see a change in the score? Bushenyi tries to get hot around. Bushenyi tries to get heated up, and the liner says, oh no, that is going to be a throw-in for the Bushenyi side. The referee checking on time. It is 93 minutes, and the game is actually still on. Bushenyi here tries to get their final chance. Shall we see that? Oh no, it is very well defended. Sheema District defends that very well. Bushenyi puts it again. I want to end this in style. The score can actually change. Bushenyi in the box. Now this is actually Ronald. Tries to actually get, oh yes, the chance is missed again. The chance is actually missed, and we are only waiting for the final whistle from the referee. The final whistle from the referee to decide the game. And shall that actually mean that Bushenyi District gets to level with Sheema, both on 4 points? And that means that whoever wins their game in the next game books their own spot in the quarterfinals. Whoever wins their next game among the two games, among the two teams, actually books their slot in the quarterfinals. But for now, Sheema District says we are taking the 3 points, and thank you for mothering us, the Model District Bushenyi. But we are actually your kids, and we actually have to feed from you. 95 minutes of play. It is 0-0. Bushenyi tries to get or level up the game. Bushenyi, of course, gets in the box. This is very dangerous, and Sheema defends that. Again, of course, it is still on. That is going to be Comrade Godfrey. And oh yes, that the game is actually still on. 96 minutes, and it's still on. The coach here says, oh no, that was actually a fall. Bushenyi side, of course, looking at all opportunities, but the referee says, no. Look at the Bushenyi coach. Very disappointed. And of course, the god of commentation, especially in the Western Uganda, Comrade DJ Nesta would say the side is dejected, devastated, defeated, and yes, all those for the side of Bushenyi. I believe, of course, we are not changing anything much. It is actually entering 97. We are actually entering minute 97. And Sheema side still counts 1. It's a 0 for Bushenyi, the Model District. And remember, this was the mother district for the Sheema side. But soccer knows no age, knows no strength. Soccer is just a beautiful game, very well balanced. And that's why actually Sheema is leading the Bushenyi side. Sheema is leading the same Bushenyi side. And oh yes, that is it. It is actually full time. It is actually full time. It is actually full time, and Sheema takes it home. Sheema takes it home. It is 3 points for Sheema. Look at the celebrations at the pitch. Look at the celebrations at the pitch. I'm telling you, look at the celebrations at the pitch. The side of the hosts actually are the game leaders of tonight. Look at what is happening at the pitch. Look at what is happening at the pitch. It is Sheema 1, Bushenyi 0. And yes, the boys take it home. See the goal scorer. The goal scorer gets to be lifted just like a king. And oh yes. This is their first win in the tournament. This is their first win in their tournament. And you can't imagine the joy at the pitch. Who is watching us live? That is what they call, happiness. Chivila Yunus was actually the goal scorer. Chivila Yunus was the goal scorer for the side of Kabohe. And look at what is happening at the pitch. Look at what is happening at the pitch. Look at what is happening at the pitch. Brenda, you say Shana Abashe Mababaroga. No, Tibaloga. Instead, they actually played very, very well. Katulebe Pastors says thanks for great work done by the boys. That was very, very interesting. These are comments on YouTube. You who is watching us on your Facebook, don't worry about that. Kwarisima Brenda has been with us all through. Musinguzi was actually also with us. Usif and Comrade, of course, Deo said it. Usif was also part of this. I'm telling you, look at what is happening at the pitch. Look at that. Look at that. This is why sports, this is why soccer is the biggest mobilization tool one can always use. Look at what is happening at the Kabohe Stadium. Look at that. This is actually not a political rally. This is not some Lucky Dube kind of concert, but rather a game that was actually between the home side, Sheema, and also the mother district, both from the same area, Bushenyi, and Sheema won this game. Look at that. Of course, we are going to be muting music for copyright reasons. We cannot allow to be, of course, copyrighted. We want to continue the service, and that's why the music has actually got to be muted. Oh my, oh my. Zikube Bwepwa is the song that is actually being played at the pitch. You can imagine what is actually happening. You can only imagine what is actually happening at the pitch. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Kato Edwin, you say my team Tungamo, where your team Tungamo. Okay. As we sort, of course, that little glitch, you want to be informed that this is the command center, and you who has been watching us live from AETV, the YouTube side, the Facebook guys, thank you very much. It has been, of course, a very, very beautiful game. I'm telling you, one was one comrade, Chivila Yunus, who scored this very, very goal. The only goal, of course, that made a difference in this very game was scored by comrade Yunus. We are talking about Yunus Chivila. Look at what is happening at the pitch. That is Minister Elioda. Former Minister Elioda, who was actually a former MP of the area. And look at that. King Saha's winner song is the one that is actually being played at the pitch. It is very, 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 joyous moment for the both teams. Oh my, look at that. Whether young, whether old, whether sober, whether drunk, this is what we call soccer. That is what we call soccer. Hey, did we actually promise that? This is what we call soccer. And yes, this is actually Ankole Districts Tonourment. Oh my. You who is watching us live. Hey, we promise and we deliver. That is what you always have to get. In case you keep hooked on a YouTube, of course the pitch side is only joyous. The pitch side is only joyous. We are going to be actually calling it a night for this night. Sheema takes that home with a 1-0 win. Okay, I should be able to switch back to the pitch where actually all this is happening for you to listen live what these guys are actually doing. Look at that and listen to that. Thank you very much.
marketing za tickets mwena mwebaremwe nakakushi mwije team yone bene twasa Elliot Nweyasi banweyaba Chiefs wano wechayi choni zobegi na team yona yabe nyeshaba bataba baterenga rozamani munonga umupira nugubiswa ebintu bigi hata abantu bari mu kiyungu bene kandi abantu bo biyuhura baterenga rozamani bene nyenda takese kishoma nyenda kubanza kusima abanyashema twena tweterenga rozamani Shema Shema FC team amashanyarazi team high voltage team 3 phase abantu b'amashanyarazi gitugashema ngo twakiraho kandi tagaga hansi agaga ni team 3 phase mwebare mnonga munyicirize yete abire naye bembera chimeji na nebyo nimama bankizobera bashemerwe bintu binshi Upendo munawaru omuhagizi witu na wariyo nasasamaza abantu kana planning okuturata he tauni kanye teki shoma kabire nakura chimeji na byona oyishaha usima kachiko kawe deno kore kukurangala kore ewa MC Shema oye ra cha yes we are sure the best congratulating a team ya Shema team mashanyarazi congratulations this is what we wanted abazani bitu abahagizi bitu abajanya bakuru abayetwa mukuru cyo mpira nenda kusima timu yimbere nikora nayo aba good organization nenda kusima coaching staff nenda kusima na technical team ahabwa obusinguzo studio twabagambire ngo hitubere tuzababire batwata mwakantu mwene rizatwabereka cyenyine kituri tikuza kutwarabwire bwinji ahasande tuyino mpiro gundi kurya bureka amashanyarazi tugabateze za kuzana rubirizi kandi bahize nguriye kusinga yo bunafu mwe mureke tujite yes nyenda kusima mwe n'abatuhire support abaguzere tickets hati kigareke kibenke ko kukibire kiri ecyarubirizi mureke tickets tugure zindi haza abantu tuzugura manyangu tubantu ho supporting a team yitu oraguri kumazugura oragurika nazugure supporting a team yitu tuzahabuhanguzi nyina kubagambira ngo ze sha twakora findire twashira mu quotas yes twakora qualify atachi twenda kubabo kubanza mu kibinja ekikubayiza kurubirizi tukikore ki sakubabo kubanza mu kibinja twantuzo mu quotas ninza kweta omukuru George kandi ka patron witu omukuru George ara yes omukuru George no shaya afuna amashemererwa mingi tinkuza kushisha bwire ninza kweta honorable yoda ngo tuna na supportinga kandi aisha kutumukiza mugenyi witu mukuru kandi before nafuna representative wa Katesh kandi uniform witu jwire Katesh ni wagitwire aisha tumutera mu ngaro so political assistant ninza kushaho mu bigambo bice ejo turamusyeho otumukizeho na rebel yoda then Herioda no wara tumukize mu witu mukuru
Mukuru Steven Katwiro Munda kandi political assistant.
Babare mnonga aba gutera ko kuna gutire badomore cyo twatera umungano pango mnonga twandikireho ehuru yo kora teams ningashi tournament omuri Sheema abantu twegeza mu ngweze pango zaza kwija tube turice umanyangu sanchene ya municipality nkatimu katesh kandi hati tuyo twagirana neje ya Sheema ahubwo tuyo tujyabanya Sheema yabasa kubaho konka omundu ho aroho nawe cyo twakimanya mu mwendo mpiro kuza kwija kandi mukateshi umwetegereza je za kubahikaho za kubasupportinga cyone kikubasika empira yone yasigarayo ukumwetegereza cyone kirabareho yagira ngo muza kukimushikirira kandi agira ata abayambe umpiro kuwe wategereza so twaragaha muja kutereza mwahikahi ekikubura niki rero wacheze abo kuba nwe member wa parliament waha kandi sento mpira kuri yaha nabo cyo nate kubahagira mwe bare mnonga twenda kongeraho kama abaho mucisha mwe bareje
Chairman patron wintu yija weni nza kushaba ngo ojo kwataka zindaro kandi tukora heze kugamba ojo kutwetera kona rebellion.
Sheema hoye yoti ni bahanga kugamba protocols honorable Dr. Yoda kandi hona former minister of Science and Innovation honorable Mr. Speaker kandi hona political assistant wa honorable Kateshi abajenyi bita bakuru twineho honorable aha mucyara mwebesa mwena bari habe bitinisa iyo mushinsaki nitwo musho kusima abazani bitu bashema abazani bitu bashema nashemerwe lizoba mwe baziyomba shikireho mwampro musire mwagira muza kuhabrisans mwe nashemerwa mwe bari nitwo musho kubasima mwena abatuyambere tukashaka byaturema Nimuza kumenshone honka nimumanya okumutuyambiri nda kwasima ntine bugarichoro abana bana bitu nda kusima etabunenjiji abashubuzi bitu abashubuzi turabarabiremu fetwe no mabanja minji abazana bawe bashe kujya mukatoro ko mukampo konka abashubuzi batwataraho abana bagarwa mukampo wenge nda kwasima abashubuzi ambabo konka mwenda bakumemba wasima listo atubitire yo kumutuyambere simira cyumu ngenda kubashaba twagiye buheje twagira ngo nza kuhendera hatebo ite tumenteruka yacu bunu ungatuge yacu bunu ngabanza nza kuhendera hatebo gwenu icyo mwatworeka kucira beho kosha nyenchakari nza kwatuge hatebo omuriye cyo ngenda kushaba supporters bitu sponsors bitu mutakacho ketechi moje mu supporting tugumusemu amashirira kwagera izoba tumetubwira bita handi ngenda kusima timu eyimbere nkona yo chairman wanje mwami tumwebaze Henry nabanda kutube tukuratire omutume kutube tukora kumuti no mutima gumu tukume no gumu ngenda kwechera baho dukora mushogu kwenda honorable Dr. Yoda tumwesije
Sabor so causing accident mukushemerwa kandi turi mu bindi so matu ashemerwa ngamwe naza kugira ati agira umuntu we ashaza atete kumanywe nakora bankoko amutere kandi kanyoka Dr. Tiko n'umuntu kufa omjenyi wite mukuru kandi umnyanyazi mchare mwebesa kono monya ojembe no voter politician no supporting no speaker kandi omujachere wa member wa parliament mwana wanje Stephen Katuro Monda Mama Stephen ya nazaga no shotra na shotra gamba sa kasaide yuwa nyimbe ni mkanya Minha busca da gente agora atrás eu quero que para agora vou nesse período eu vou catero de hotel puta meio tu claro mas uma petroni agora são vitu aba n'abazana bandi coordinator witu bambe honorable kano feri wenyina kama muhechi umura kirungi tumeturini mwaza kuzika abagakiko abazana bitu our dear friends especially our goalkeeper nyawe elizoba okay ulizobona tani mambo hangarho kandi mwikiriza kandi uzumanyi mwikiriza kuko elizoba na mwikiriza munonga abatakikirize na Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ringa Yesu ngire mwikiriza abako echamazuma elite politics echamazuma mukasheshe akonyire kuri mwazo na rugamo menyo akashomanyi mwabazyo nagira nti tukagire tungamo twarabashije bari bakabintu gutumambye bamwe aro batere mwana wite karsa gikeria atiri na mpire bamutera ngo mutya mutera ukege na mutera kandi tine mpira tumakutore yabitiye byatungamo tuwagira mbere takabasinga bakaba bakatera bakagira ko oba injeringa bakakora ko mwe twikiriza bantweri ibiri ahariye kukaga bweju rero bweju Amerikari wasa yo wakurgema bakunyenge kirika afakisene kabasi yaje koko nyombeno netwashaga mwene ko twakwa draw none yakugagaye tomorrow umuza kuchireba nzakugeza kushenyerezo twakigara mbere rero kugira ngo ekinaga ekingamene mwazi kikire kandi Yesu ndari muzani nagira ko ta divine intervention ko ta hangamwa intervening so mukasheshe nimuka na yenda watamina nimuka abantu bari abantu bashatu twateka amaju gateka gasyansi nashabandai mukamarango muhangi w'Ikurnesi uzimizo beri reka shebe chikore politics tichi genuinely nashab so mwekuna kana nazoko na university ko guru badro chiko university naboza university bati yirukanga ngokka muleka mubuzima mutugya draw wakasha kwa mkama karaka bonero kuma naeza kushitama izanumusha ndagora yata apani anamwaka mshini babizabiji kanye mbasi babizabiji babina chama nwaba leadership yao waindawe waushiti ndoba leadership yao chairman speakers by one mwenu imishota kukwira katina wakushimirira kwa kusebine vinani ni Simba na Hanga number 1 nakura mushabanya mukanye umuntu buke yampurra yije yasindika Holy Spirit yabazamu mwazana watera wasinga ekyamhero ekyakabiri itwe turyaba tumaragarurira konka abantu abakora umurimo n'abazana mwebare abo kubana bataryaha wowe munyashema hari gutuma yagira umunanice yashemerwa umwabazi ahawe cy'umwakora za radiyo zibonda tuka voice of Sheema Erika South Africa, Erika America, Erika Iceland, aba technology eko ile internet yana na America na kai bana hurra bena munyashema wona hari ati yashemerwa abo batechwa bakora we can't pay you enough. Okabantu bitu kuhama score, mukawa self-esteem, mukawa extinction wa ndola Sheema, buzima Sheema katiri ikara, ejiri historiko. Nechamu heru, nyerasha wanyonu wanje Steven. Karo kwenye mukayabura kudu jende chukura, minato chukuri. Ukayambira mrumuna wanje Kadesh ipenda na meya ya chairman wa C5 na nabandi bete abuchikwata kolesha ya chichireshe o manifesto yanje kandi ngachaga tudawushebe gukora ichaya ekiropa video kandi yonga chairman wa ndere twakora ndere chairman cha pavilion ni mwana wa kushitama ndio ndo chairman wa video shopata vile mnaweza mnaweza baba mechi ko zeta so kuna gani bandi tukora ni either anyuma wale chaga shu ninga dia ifela municipality ninga hand atkosa kulitaka stop pavilion te shaya h3 tukata pale ni jile tukata pale akatele market central market ta yellow shoes ukata megesha chambo tunaanza kwa vile namba tubashitema barebe je abantu basane siri jaha bazane ibyo byukwe nabwo cyo kama wanje batiriyo ndaka no rupasa yasa dwaye ki beni mshitene college wewe ungako uniform kuchele chichiri chamani wachizo kandi anokusha mukuru ayatkoka asakwanezi muze kuchituro atukaenda kwasakora tinga utafanya mambo ngora atakusinga but in the short run when you can work with the MP when you're really going to the parliament to piga sports then politics so really kukulizana unangamu na MP ngamu na tuna MP wale kujaza mbende we work then politics mu mpira ungatukora na vitu aba baseshemerwe babechi mwani yako yakaho koza mu serious atkoza final tumazamu nenda kwa support ngasofana si abati milioni yemwe ne mtwali 10 unkodera motoka na hivyo bila banze na television ukanda kwa ya mwezi nda senti support ukama tika mwenye katera kwa ati MP aliyo kutamu wati ya kutamu ya mwenye kutamu ukatele mwakati ukaenda chakare ni kasa nunga shezi na kwa shamba mkambo akaba ya mkambo mkembo na bona atakato shiko mlongo akabuzgiyo mkambo bweni yako maji arawo siyenyu mkambo lingana chi kino kulisa bana batubalise je ngaba ngiye kuyibe tete dokta chemira kana dokta kwa bichire aba sports hata mutakarika mukashana mnonga ukasaba ko mukaze jureji amara wese yetari mpamvu munonga naramwabana n'abatemeka wese kana ebyo ruhanga barinde tunimwe bakarasti bakamusingire kurongo success mukatwara Ankole yona kasinga Ankole shemumwe kwa Ankole kaba victorious sasa mwishoku yete myanya zoku adrini banga tikano ejero cash
Chimuri cha Sheema. Amazina na Adrian Katsime mwebesa ninjira mashemero na mugareba garia. Honorable former minister twapachira abantu mwena bari aha ombiti musabyanyu twabachira. Abazani abarorezi katera kare yenda kusima ruhanga aha wizoberi aha go kuba ruhanga yacu tukora twanturukaho tutaha ko karuhanga yacu tukora nyenda kubaza kusima batekatekere ngo habeho umupira Sheema hati turi hano twena nziza kumanywa aha go mpiro tukire mwenju tukire ntungamo Bushenyi bisha birize yone isha meaning tweka kubantu manywa ekichonka mutakatire mu politics no ma politics ni shish ekini nyenda chikore kirya cha Sheema aha bwentunguka abandi tuje tuze mu supporting konke kintu cyenda tukore Sheema na nabana bitwa baraze kwisha bashange hine chikozira ki echikozirwe kandi echiruhe chitakwisha kurugaho obwiro bwinshi nitubani tugenda turebe mpira ndisho Manchester nitureba za Arsenal nitureba za Liverpool abo kuba tushashura tubareba hati nitwe twenda abantu bashashure bije barebe Sheema kandi nimbahamisa hey twatandikira kuturagumiza munagamani niteka kwisha kushashurwa abantu baturebe turuga hareve yo kubanza twishaha ya muheru kandi tuyabasinguza nyenda kusima abantu abantire mwo bwesigwa kugira ngo rizoba mbe ninyeni ishaha mukorogu kandi tukagwisa kitins Henry na timu yawe na meya nyenda kubasima mutwire mututera ochiboine yecho kisindi kankaraganisa uniform hasa neza kwisha konkebye byona abantu abaryaha eka buri yonga koine okakwatirireho mpora ohereza abazana abanijamwe abareba nibabatere mchere nibahirima nibahende kandi barra so ekine kibakweta sacrifice kugira ngo district yitoza hamutindo mwene nebyo nyenda kubamanyisa Sheema ne yagayaga kandi turenze kigamba ngo ne yagayaga n'amashanyarazi indeed so okurugari izoba nyenda wabo ingacho gukora wano manko kubagamba ngo hasande izita hasande ahasande ko kubakira no mpira making sure ngo waherezo bwire wisha utakakira no shisho bwire konka wayambi hanga yawe wayamba Sheema yawe nchakareto kumanyogo mzani na basakwata mwana wawe bagamba kora chai we bari honorable na member wa parliament omushochero ariaha yakira muntu baisha kuyamba omuringo gwona oguri possible kandi yowe ntwire kuba bere baza kuzana bakter omushara mwebesa ekina abanyine korachi nchereza so tukubye twaherize yesente na hati ninjiranisha na nesente kokan abo kuchirangwe mpira chiyone chendo misho no kumano hereza in bits you get it no kumano hereza yo kuchirangu otaka once kandi next time bachiza khereza ukashanga esente zabura konkani pledging ngutsa kuba supporting kureka chinkwenda mwihe muno kuchirangu ananka yatamnonga nankati yatamnonga support is support so supported is appreciating kandi umanyangu yes economy take courage koko mtu warayihaye China yacu bahereza imanye that team nitwaraganisa support turaganisa kubakunda kana no kuja tukore hamwe kabanyashema ihanga giturtunguke education number 1 imwe mwana twayerundana hago mpira echo kumayisa kugwatara mpira tukutakozireki kututaria twafuna cyo kubasa kuturundana nani ndeba twena tushemererwa konka babushenyi mwabakora kubi nareba RC5 yatoroka kare yanjira taba konka kunandi yo kwanyuma ndahura comment bagira abana bashema baza. Indeed, I was also watching abana bashema mwasana harwe namba tikumanya kumarache namba abantu ababari hariya tutakahindukire ayejora ine yane ihahe kateka hata bahana ho kumwakuhereza je twanza kuba twine goals nkamukaga so ejora ine ya hansi ninyenda to improving ababarya kugirango shooting yitwe beki yabe perfect hino muntu bandetera bakirizo bayarkipo una hechebno wazana cyo munonga kare wa wandetera pressure kwa kwa dompira bakakukata umuntu but thank you very much. I also want to appreciate ababarya mwebare mwimse mukona baba ezena baba azichenga high five wazana munonga kuturabe ni pesa gambo ndene Ramwe mpara 20 na nasa ndeni saka kaninyonjera bose. Inzira na kugira ngo ndebe nyenda dijoro ndakabare karunci atuzinemu na rakifa ije kusina ndukendera kandi basima mnonga shemera ojira kusasira ojira rukundo hazoba magara tukabache tere music
Zecharumanya zekubasiba tufuneyo yes so twargaha ikasecharumanya we barwaje DJ stereo nisere kutwara charumanya yes DJ stereo
You're watching a Hit TV.